Hi, I'm Ellen McIsaac. I'm a volunteer with SoCal FTC, and I'm here today to explain the new playoff structure that FTC will be following this season. So for this season, FTC is moving to a double elimination playoff structure. It's a double elimination tournament with no bracket resets. The number of alliances that are in the playoffs will scale with event size. There will be 2-team alliances instead of the 3-team alliances we're used to from prior seasons. There will be no backup robots, and we have the option to give out awards in some of the breaks between matches. The reason why FTC is switching to this new double elimination playoff structure is because they had found some drawbacks to the previous playoff structure. The best 2 out of 3 format, where Alliance 1 faces off against Alliance 4, can create this sense that the odds are impossible, especially when we have the straight draft order where Alliance 4 is forced to pick their alliance partners. It also gets complex in terms of tracking all the robots involved, because we used to have the rule where with the 3-team alliance, where only 2 teams can play in each match, whoever didn't play in your first semifinals match would have to play in the second semifinals match. And same thing for the finals. So this eliminates some of that complexity with tracking teams and the strategy around who to select and who to play in each alliance. Another challenge from the past playoff structure is there was an inconsistent playoff schedule length. If every matchup was won in only 2 matches, meaning the same alliance won match 1 and match 2, the playoff schedule was only 6 matches long. But if everything went to 3+ matches, different teams won match 1 and match 2, or if you had ties, the playoff schedule could end up being 9+ matches long, which created inconsistencies between events. So to try to rectify some of those problems, FTC is moving to this double elimination playoff structure. So the quick summary of what double elimination playoff structure means is each alliance keeps playing until they've lost 2 matches. For most SoCal FTC events, we will end up having 6 playoff alliances. So we'll still have 12 teams in the playoffs like we used to, but they will be organized into 6 alliances of 2 teams instead of the 4 alliances of 3 teams that we're used to from the past. So with 6 alliances, this is what the double elimination playoff bracket looks like. There's an upper and a lower bracket. Everyone starts out in the upper bracket, and after they've lost their first match, they drop down to the lower bracket. After they've lost a second bracket or a second match, they get eliminated from the lower bracket and the tournament. So match 1 has Alliance 4 playing against Alliance 5. Match 2 has Alliance 3 playing against Alliance 6. Whoever wins that first match moves into match number 3, where they will play against Alliance 1. Whoever wins the second match moves into match 4, where they play against Alliance number 2. The winners of match number 3 and 4 will match up again later in match 8. The losers of match 3 and match 4 drop down to the lower bracket, where they play against the losers of match 1 and match 2. Whoever wins match 5 and 6 moves into match 7. Whoever wins match 7 moves into match 9. And the loser of match 7 gets eliminated. The loser of match 9 gets eliminated. The winner of match 8 matches up against the winner of match 9, and that is our final match. That determines the champion for the event. So the reason why first switch to the double elimination structure specifically is because the lower seeded alliances don't get eliminated as easily in the first rounds, and there's a better chance for the 2 strongest alliances to meet in the finals, regardless of what rank they were seeded at. This also helps us to determine a first, second, third, fourth, etc. place finish for a single division event, whereas before we had semifinalists without a rank between them. It gives us a more consistent timing for events, we're estimating that 6 alliance playoffs and awards will take about 2 hours total. At least as many teams as we had playing off under the old structure will still get to participate in the playoffs under this new structure. And first actually tested this out at a Chicago regional invitational offseason and found that it created a good experience. They got good feedback from teams and volunteers. And FRC also switched over to this structure 2 years ago and has had good experience working with it over the past 2 seasons. With these changes, there will also be some changes to the advancement structure. So now that we're moving to 2-team alliances instead of the 3-team alliances, we will actually be advancing the winning alliance captain and partner together in the advancement structure. So we will still have the Inspire first place winner advance first. We'll still have the winning alliance captain advance second. But this is the change for this year. The winning alliance partner now advances third immediately after the winning alliance captain. Then we move down to the Inspire second place winner and continue in the old advancement structure. It helps to keep the advancing alliances together as much as possible. So those are all the changes you can expect to see for the playoff structure and for advancements this year. Thank you, and we hope you have a good season.